Tap Live, part of a new 2021 contractual agreement where we do a video segment once every when nature calls. Really, it's I'm Kevin. Raph, how are you?
I'm
How do
good.
we intro what we're talking about? Because I'm currently battling an electronic vacuum, but I'm present.
Understood. I sent you an article. I'm gonna read what the article is. I'm gonna ask you for your opinions on it, and then I have follow-up questions based off of that. So these are the topics that sometimes don't quite fit into the episode, so we decided to go ahead and bring them to the audience, but that we still feel are a little bit urgent. And it appears this week that a UFC star, Jon Jones, who you think would have more to say about, I don't know, the heavyweight division, took some time to address a very important issue. And the headline reads, UFC star Jon Jones threatens to burn all of his Nikes over Lil Nas X's controversial Satan shoes.
Yeah, first, now I remember why we're here, and I got excited because all of a sudden it was like, I really dressed fancy for the occasion. I remember what the occasion was. Jon Jones is still sponsored by Nike, was my first thought when I read this. I thought they dropped him. I don't know why. I thought after the last probation period, but I guess we did chat about this. The day he got arrested for shooting a firearm at, we still don't know what. That's a different video pod. Just firing a gun in downtown Albuquerque. There's more to that. He's a leading candidate for like an HBO documentary series, and it's like that's when we found out he was murdering people for fun half the time. Not sponsored. That's allegedly. We currently know he's upset with Lil Nas X about the shoes that have like. Did you read about the shoes? Because this took me down a whole rabbit hole now. Because it's not. Apparently, it's been mythologically spoken of as a drop of blood in every shoe. It sounds like they put some in the paint that they then distributed, which cool. I'm in, but why is Jon Jones upset about this? Is it just because of do you have that scoop? Like that's the part I still don't quite follow. He's upset about Nike for sponsoring this?
Yeah, if he's really offended by this, I have some news articles about a dude who ran over a pregnant woman that might shock him and then make him forget, oh, right, the cocaine parts too. So I don't know that that story is any more or less compelling, but it is something that made Nike go, do we want to sponsor this guy?
That's what we should have called the people versus Jon Jones. And it's like, no. Why didn't you just sit this one out? But man, like you are personally responsible for multiple felonies. We're talking about the most notable one, and we left out the cash and what the cops called appeared to be clear cocaine residue in the driver's seat. The police report to that's fantastic. I like see, the vacuum's coming for me, Rav. I like the fact that he's getting all Brody and about this, and maybe it's because of the tattoos on the chest. It kind of has to be, doesn't it?
I
If you
think
have
so.
Philippians something 18, you have no choice but to tweet prophetically when someone mildly offends your religious spectrum. I'm trying to send it home.
I want to go and just put this up there so that people can understand what it is that we're bringing up here. But this was Jon Jones's official response, and it said, "Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna burn all my Nike shoes. You will never catch me in that shit again." Well, I mean, listen, dude, USADA's been trying to catch you for years, and they really haven't been too successful at that. So I don't know that anybody could catch you right now.
Let's
Kev,
play a fun game of did the shoes do this? Did the shoes wrap their Porsche around a New Jersey light pole because they were driving intoxicatedly?
no.
Did the shoes get written up for reckless endangerment for that same offense, except with two people in the car 18 months later?
No.
Okay. You're going to have to help me because I know what those shoes did that Richard Ramirez was wearing, right? It was like the footprint that they were tracking him by. I get that. The shoes don't seem to have made that big impact. And does this mean he's going to denounce the money with Nike? Is he like really breaking up with them, or is this more like a you get upset about it for 48 hours and then you come back to it.
I don't know. I just love the offended Karen version of Jon Jones that thinks, you know what? I know it'll show him. I'll burn these Nikes. Because to me, I just think, oh, well, okay. This is an interesting take. But more than that, Kevin, can you take a journey with me? Apparently, this whole thing is about Lil Nas X, and we're talking about devil shoes and devil imagery, and there's a lot
Awesome.
of reclamation language here for a song that we probably wouldn't even pick up otherwise. But I think the weird thing that stands out to me is, and take a walk with me, this one might make us go far. What if there's an odd chance there's like not a Satan and we're just kind of overreacting?
Yeah, I do love your. So that's the part where it's like, okay, so you're saying just sort of fake religious outrage, and they're saying this is so deeply real, we're upset you would even poke fun at our religion outrage.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that's kind of funny. See what we got there? We're full on ends of the spectrum. Yeah, for you and I, we get to atheists at this one out. We're just like, song's good. It's a fun video. It looks like pretty much everything Rob Thomas did in the 2000s. There's really a long history of music videos being somewhat shocking, but you've got to kind of love and respect his attitudes about it have been amazing, but it does seem a little like they're just upset Lil Nas X is gay. It's like he's a rapper. Like it's beautiful. It's just shocking. It's like, sharing it. It felt a lot like when they were sharing the WAP videos on Fox for 45 minutes, being like, "This is appalling. Look at this. This is disgusting. America, look at what we've come to. Watch it slowly in replay with me. I'm going to hit pause. I want you to zoom in on what I'm seeing and what you're seeing, and let's be appalled together." It felt a lot like that. It's like, he makes Old Town Road than this. It's like, I don't know that you can compare a song, but what was he supposed to make?
I do not think Billy Ray Cyrus signed off on this. This is an outrage. How dare he?
I'm sorry if in 6 months they come out with Montero. Billy Ray Cyrus is in fact in it. There's a video part 2, and you're gonna love it. That would be pretty excellent.
It's just, you know what it is? They love the fact that there was a country song that they could all get behind. It brought the hip hop nation into the country in a way that people had never seen before. And of course, there's always going to be some sort of blowback. But I would tell you this. Maybe it's the fact that they just decided not only is there going to be Satan imagery, but let's take Satan to the club. Oh, so much sin in this one. Oh, man. And I would tell you this, Kevin. How much money have you spent on Nike shoes in your lifetime?
A lot, I would think. A good fair amount. I don't want to think about the total number there, but growing up, it was the staple. Do I have to hunt them down? I have an old pair that I could burn, but I don't know where. It's a pretty dry state I live in.
Well, at this point, though, you have to be pretty happy about it because they went from talking about them being made by children and in China to, we'll get you, Lil Nas X. We forgot about those other things, but we'll come back to that in time. For right now, stop having sex with that Satan kid.
It seemed consensual for everything that the videos were. And I think in this era, we should sort of just cherish the artistic view. I also love that the shoes sold out immediately. And meanwhile, Jon Jones is like barely employed by the UFC currently. He's feuding with the CEO. Not as uncommon as it sounds. But he's holding out for some big money fight, and it'll be interesting because he's going to have to get that fixed. So the people of Albuquerque, be careful. Just don't be caught if he's around with a gun. He likes to fire it in the middle of nowhere. Who knows who it's going to hit? Were you there? Because that guy's got to go fight. I am excited to see who he goes to next, though. Like, is it going to be Asics? Is he going to try and sign? He can't sign Jordan. That's still Nike. but he might. I don't know. We'll
Who's he
see.
gonna go to? Reebok. Yeah, all right. Let's know how that one works out. I would tell you this, Kev. I'm happy that Jon Jones is fighting things that will seem to preoccupy his time as a retired fighter that's not retired, but it does give us a true hint of the Jon Jones that we can expect in the future. One that will have plenty of time to complain about the kids and what they're doing, and the twerking and the MySpace and the etc.
I don't understand it either, but I'm managing the stress definitely better than Jon Jones is, and we all have some gayness in us. He just needs to exercise and accept his more as we can see fit and say it out loud. He'll, I think, feel better and less like he has to attack because it seems like an overcompensation. It's a scotch. Cares way too much about this one. And why is he has so much time? He's just really tweeting a lot lately. Makes me nervous.
Well, he's gaining the weight right now, so you figure between the gaining the weight, like probably eating some ice cream, sitting on the couch being like, "Oh, this is terrible." This
I'd
young
be
man.
happy. Be so nice. Just be like, I gotta get up to 270. Throw that hostess box at me. That'd be amazing.
At this point, he's literally just turning into the Homer Simpson edition of, ugh, too fat to comment, must tweet, joke. Oh.
And this has been our elusive video segments that we do for the stories that we do believe will get us the most amount of exposure. That's way too honest. Are we
That
doing
is way
take
too
two? Are
honest.
people
That's fine.
okay?
No, it's live, so unfortunately they know our secret plot here. But what I would tell you is this. If you like our stuff, go follow us at all of these channels. Give us some love. Give us a 5-star review, you dicks. We would love it. And you know what the worst part is?
A 5-star review. This thing, I came looking like Robin Thicke on Masked Singer more than I wanted to, but I did arrive.
Amazing. We'll see you next time, everybody.